Clash of Clans podcast, episode 77.
Skilly beep 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 skilly beep.
Now we're back with the Clash of Clans with Fans and Stands. I'm your pal, Big Boner here, my pal Scott.
Hey, yo.
Hey, Scott Aiden, we're here at the ever lovely Boneyard, Casa de Boneyard.
Yes.
At the WBSMT Radio Studios. Talking all these Clash of Clans at ClashClansPodcast.com. Lots of things to talk about today.
Oh, my God.
A couple of, probably going to have to do 2 episodes, I'm sure. And we're drinking some Bud Lights and having a good old time. Troop contest. We're going to get to that. We're going to finish that up this episode, right?
Maybe, no.
We're going to try.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what. We'll finish it up tonight.
Let's try to.
Okay.
I printed all the emails off at work.
Oh, Christ.
And I went through them because I wanted to make sure that everybody's got in. You know, I went in order. And then I wanted to make sure that we had, like, the winners' names and everything. There was a lot of paper. So the stack that you have, these are the 5 or 6 that are going on. These are the ones we haven't got to yet.
So this
was probably 3 times.
The ream of paper that we have to go through. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
but I mean, they were
we'll
good.
Get to there.
And so I re-listened and I have some other thoughts too. What's happening with you, Boneyard?
We are in our contest that we talked about a couple episodes. The contest, the K-Fam, all the different clans. We're going to go for 10. We're on our 10th war. We have
So it was a war contest.
War contest. It was it started on the 18th of January, and like your next 10 wars, next 10 solid wars.
Of course, I left for the first.
Yeah,
day.
you didn't even know it was happening. I forgot all the day. You knew the day.
I know.
So it was 10 wars. I don't know where everybody else is at. I know I think PZ and Ken and everybody, they've had a loss, at least one. We are on our last war, our 10th war. We have 44 minutes left. The score is 94 to 53. 94 out of 105. So we are mopping it up. Everybody, the top 6 guys still have an attack left to get at least 6 more stars. It's going to be our 10th win in a row. We haven't lost a war in like the last 25 wars.
Jesus.
And that's not counting the 3 Zod After Dark wars that we do. That's just 10 on
slightly pornographic.
Zod After Dark. Kneel before Zod After Dark. So so those 3 wars we won those, but not counting that, it's like 28 or something. There was a tie in there. In that 27 wars or whatever.
Okay. So you haven't lost.
We haven't lost a war. That tie was when I left my troll base out and we fucking tied.
Yeah,
like down to the wire. Oh, it just burns at me that it happened. Several people had bad attacks, but we tied it out at like 88 to 88 out of 105, I think, or something like that. It really came down to the wire.
I'm gonna look at.
So we win probably. I mean, obviously we haven't quite yet, but. We are the winners of the big war. We're pretty happy about it. We were a pretty solid clan. Zod has been really killing it. Still letting new people in. Hey, they're fans. They want to come in. They don't really know what's going on. As long as they're not super rushed Town Hall 10s or, super rushed Town Hall 9s, they can stick around and grow and learn. And because otherwise they just throw it off. If they're Town Hall 10s and they their troops aren't up, they can't. If you can't attack across to like the weakest of your same town hall level, then you need to go somewhere else and work on your troops for a while and then come back.
Yeah. Oh.
You know what I mean? If you rushed all your defenses but your troops aren't good and you can't really, if you can't get me 3 stars if you can't for sure 3-star a town hall below you, then you have to leave and come back.
I don't know. I mean, because that would mean I would have to leave and come back. Because, there's problems sometimes attacking the TH9. Because you're so used to.
You guys get a crazy, shitty matches all the time.
Speaking of which, the clan today, I will tell you this. We're in battle day. It's ridiculous. The clan is NW.
Missing an O there, right?
What's that?
Missing an O.
Yeah, NW.
They're just with. They're just not with anything particularly.
Well.
Oh, an A. I guess NWO is wrestling. Remember those guys?
So numbers. So we have. Let's see. They've got 13 Town Hall 10s. Okay, we have 9. The top 8 guys have maxed heroes and almost completely maxed out bases. I mean, it's ridiculous. Well, I mean, some of the Town Hall 10s, I guess, aren't completely like maxed out, but the heroes being so high have pretty much just limited us this entire war. It's like looking at this, my queen is down in these attacks, and to go up against max heroes is just it's ridiculous. Are you there, Boneyard?
Yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
this is happening, and of course I'm watching it live. I wanted to get over 100. I really wanted 105 points this war out of 105, but the top three were, and the top three only getting 2-starred, and but we had a lot of 2-star attacks. I wasn't really happy when I woke up this morning. There was a lot of 2-star attacks. I thought we'd have a little more 3s. People were still like trying real hard. I'm like, everybody could have dropped down.
Yeah,
a couple, and because
this is my number.
So overmatched.
This is my number in the war.
Oh shit!
In my counterpart,
That's a lot of bright red defenses.
Yeah, it's
max cannons and archer towers, and that sucks, dude.
That's my straight across maxed heroes.
And he's got all electric walls.
Yeah,
is that a gemmed out thing, or do you think he did that?
No,
check his gold grab.
I think it is a gemmed out thing.
Check his gold grab.
People were looking at that stuff. Let's see. It always takes me a while.
That's the easiest way to tell.
Yeah.
If you've got all lava or if you've got all electrical walls, you better have a gold grab of in the billions.
I don't know I don't know if I can because their names are all in like Chinese or Japanese.
That might take some searching, huh?
Yeah, so I have to kind of look back and forth. But yeah, like my number 3 cross is pretty much maxed, and it's like, oh my god! And their heroes are high in the TH9s too, and it's like my queen's down, my king's only at 15, and I just see these heroes as getting more and more important. I mean, it's becoming a big determining factor. Mm-hmm. Even like if the queen goes up against
the queen is so important now. It's like the king and his iron fist is so dope, but if you're not sending them in, because I do all air attacks, right? So those walls are still up when I send in my king and queen. So they need to go around the outside and be clearing shit out. King's kind of good for that. He can, iron fist. He goes faster. Got a little bit of crew with him.
Yeah.
But the queen, it's got the range.
Yeah.
So she can mop up whole sections, whole like quadrants of the map by herself, as long as she stays alive.
And when she's gone, it's like, it's like how do you figure out an army? And I think airs may be the key. I've been trying this new attack.
Oh.
It's actually been working really good in regular war, or in regular farming. It is about 12 Velks, 14 Giants, 15 Wizards.
Velks and Giants, huh?
And a few Wall Breakers. And then I take in 2 Heal, a Rage, a Jump, and a Freeze.
Is this a war attack? This is rated.
No, I did this in war.
Okay.
It did not work very well in war.
Yeah.
But when I'm playing the regular game, this thing works like a charm. I can send it up against all different kinds of bases.
Is it because there's no CC troops usually in raids? Like it seems like
no, there is a lot of times,
and it seems like that would be the downfall of that because they would start beating on because those Valks seems like they would get in there ahead of everything.
Well, yeah, but also what happens with the Valks is
a little bit.
Is if there are CC troops, the Valks, as long as I have the ability to get to them, they're going to pull them in. So you can use that as a draw.
Sure.
Like usually, I always want the town hall. I always want to come in where the clan castle's on the other side of the town hall, so that way, like any of those seeking troops, not the defensive troops, but they'll get pulled in farther. The P.E.K.K.A.s will go after the heroes will go after.
Yeah.
So I try to draw them in. And it's just been working awesome in regular battles against like really good Town Hall 10s, against some Town Hall 9s, it can go really well and do like a widespread destruction. And it also, if you use it right, you can surgically just go in. Like I was taking a lot of dark elixir. I took like 12 grand worth of dark elixir in a few hours because I'd go in for like the 3,000, 4,000 thing and just kind of go in for elixir. This is in Masters 3, by the way. So
right. That's a whole different thing.
So they're holding a lot of elixir. So it costs a little bit of money. But what I do is kind of fan them out a little bit. Not so much in this war because of the golem. They got funneled and it went wrong. But if you kind of spread the giants, use the wizards to clear the buildings while the giants are going in, and then some wall breakers, get them in, and the giants are going to different things. So the multi infernos, I mean, it's a shit fireworks show.
Yeah.
But if you've got multiple infernos on there, and then you've got Velks, then after the wizards have cleared and have started to do stuff, then I send the Velks in, and they go in and just start going after stuff. So what I do is I heal and heal. Maybe I'll do 2 heals right away.
And then funnel everything in through the heels.
Through the heels,
and then send the Valks in from the behind.
And send the Valks in.
They get up in the middle and then wreck some shit.
I don't freeze the Inferno that's closest to me. I wait till they get close to an Inferno. I rage them at that point.
Rage them to the first Inferno.
And there's always a jump spell to the Inferno.
Yeah, well, they got to be able to get there.
It's where the town hall is.
Or the walls already broke, or whatever you got to do.
So I've created that specific
rage and jump to the first one, freeze the back one.
Yeah,
so that they can get to it.
Yeah. So then, but I drop the rage where they're going to be doing the center damage, and they just tear up that first Inferno, and then I'll if I haven't used the heal, I'll heal them while that's frozen.
Yep, and they're going to get their ass over to it. Yep.
Yeah. And once they get in that center, it's just like, ooh. It didn't work so well in this war. I did go up against those things. The heroes, I don't know. But I didn't have my queen. So, like, in regular war, in regular, like, farming.
That's a huge chunk, dude. That's a huge asset in a war battle, having a queen.
Or even just a regular take that extra. So it was working so consistently in regular battles. And it's just climbing and trophies that I thought, well, I could use this in war in replacing a queen, or going in with a different type of army that doesn't require the queen. Because in all my regular attacks, I'll send my heroes in, but the Valks and everything are clearing so fast, he's usually just wandering around picking up stuff. So he's not even that necessary. Like, he doesn't go where I want him to go. Right. But all of a sudden I'm not counting on the hero to get it. So I thought it would work, and it just didn't.
I'm going to do this live on the air real quick.
Oh, great.
Because I've got 33 minutes left of this war. Hey, Siri, you bitch. Set an alarm for 28 minutes.
Your alarm's set for 6:19 p.m.
Oh, very nice.
Thanks, you bitch. I hate her so much.
So
hold on a sec. Let's do it again. Siri, what's my name?
You're asking me. Boneyard the Minion King.
That's
so good. I had to make a brand new thing in there to say that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I got her set to
So we're in this
British
in this current war. I attacked today
so
with that army, and I still have one more attack left. I don't even know where to hit. I mean, even the Town Hall 9s, I'm looking at them going.
You gotta go in really strong wall. What's your score right now?
Oh, we're done. I mean, it's 104. They've got 104. We've got 79
out of
45.
45. So 90, 135.
Yeah.
That's you're not getting trumped. I mean, 20 spots left isn't 20 stars left isn't getting murdered.
No. Wait, no. We're only at 79.
They're at 115.
They're at 104.
Oh, so yeah, right. They got 30 stars left.
Yeah,
you're not getting hit that hard. You guys are just running up.
They've 2-starred us all the way to the top.
Yikes!
Which does not happen. I mean,
yeah, that's a bitch.
It was like, okay, so it was worth that try.
Our last one, they were the 2-star kings, but they 2-starred everything from the bottom all the way up. So you're like, that's your best attack is 2-star all the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
Like then it started dropping to pick up. Like these guys terrible.
Hit, like kind of straight across mostly. Like they went in. Yeah, it was a tough war. So there's 4 hours left. But the Town Hall 9s, what you're seeing, like I'm seeing a lot of now is we've talked about the higher level walls.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's all of a sudden,
I don't. You know, I go air, but I've got a lot of guys in Zod that they like their go wipes and their ground troops, and they're good at it. And you got to pick the base. Sometimes you get a big open square base that doesn't have any compartments. It's just rings, and you're like, beautiful. Watch this, and just watch them fucking wade in and just destroy everything. It's ridiculous. All those wizards are shooting. They get trapped in one ring, but they're shooting in front of them. Then they go left, and then they go right, and then they walk forward. They shoot what a kill was over there. Boom, boom. They just wipe it out all the way around while their packers run in the middle, or your witches or whatever. You got 30 little teeny tiny skeletons running around just murdering stuff.
Yes.
So this war, I only have had one attack. You're talking about your attack. Why don't we go with what I've been using? I attacked a guy that was it was just a base that had 1 star because I waited till the end to do this. I'm gonna have to gem the rest of my army to get in the second thing, but did it on the shitter while you were waiting. I got 3 stars. I set in. Here, let me tell you what I had. I ended up with. Now this isn't always set. This isn't always a set thing. I went in with this time. I went in with 10 balloons, 8 dragons, 1 pig dog, and then I had 7 more balloons in the CC. Right, 3 rage, 1 heal, and 1 freeze. That's not even maxed yet, which is a bitch. Now that I'm actually working on that now. That's
unbelievable that you.
Right, I've been using it this whole time, but I've been upgrading my. Well, I don't have elixir enough to do that. I'm like, oh, I finally have a ton of elixir. I need to upgrade a troop. I'm like, no. I don't need to keep doing golems or a troop that I don't use because I was going to save up for archers.
Okay.
Because I don't have my archers maxed, and I was like, I have almost enough for archers, and I'm like, why have I not done my freeze? I used that in war.
That's a really
and it's going to be second to max once it's done. So I still have another thing to go. I'm like, why haven't I done this already? I mean, why did I even bother maxing out my archers or my barbs way back then?
I just can't even believe that you did that.
Well,
how is it that it's never come up on the podcast?
Well,
I
only kind of started using freezes a little bit when I started attacking higher and higher. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go after.
That's right, because you said at 1600.
Well, I don't. I also don't raid. I don't use these. I don't use these troops for raiding. I raid with 1 barrack of barbs, 1 barrack of archers, 1 barrack of goblins, 1 barrack of wall breakers, and that's it. I don't ever use heroes or spells when I raid, and that's of course I can do that because I'm sitting at 1600, and I can go in. I'll go in for 100 of each.
Yeah,
and it's a profit on both ends. And then you get a little dark elixir, and that goes up slowly.
How long does it take you to cook your army?
Minutes. It's simple. It's only over the weekend. I don't raid during wars because I'm always sitting on all these war troops that I'm donating constantly. So as soon as prep day starts, or once my last raid, I'm like, oh, it's almost Sunday afternoon. I'm going to need to start making stuff. I just load up on wizards, 3 barracks of wizards, 1 barrack of archers, and then witches in the things. So that once we get matched up, I can start filling up all the CCs because I generally do all of it. And then once it's done, I'm like, and there's always a couple of Valks for the bottom, for the Town Hall 7 guys. And then once I'm done, I'm like, okay, fill it in with archers. And everybody goes in and fills it in with their archers. And then once it's done, then I start brewing dragons, balloons, a couple of witches, a couple of wizards for one.
Jump spells for the air troops.
A couple of wizards for one guy, a couple of wizards for another guy, a couple of hogs, like 5 hogs, and one guy uses
healers
hogs.
for the air armies.
That too.
Yeah.
Chipmunks all day long.
So what level is your free spell right now?
It's level 3, and 5 is max.
You mean it's going to 3?
No, it's going to 4.
Okay.
So it'll be 1 away. So, and I have
because
I honestly have,
what is the seconds on the freeze at level 3? How many seconds?
Oh, let me look. It goes up. It's going up to another second. I think it's like
those seconds are amazing on the freeze spell. Like you think, okay, yeah, what difference does 1 second make? A lot.
My number 1 guy is going against the other number 1 guy for the 3rd star. He's trying to get. It's already been 2 stars. He's like, fuck it, I'm going for the 3rd one. Instead of dropping down to pick up an extra star, he's putting in the deal.
Well, because you've already won.
Oh yeah, but I really wanted to get over 100. It really was a thing, But these guys are going. A bunch of my guys have already left to the house to the Zod after dark. They're like, well, we got our attacks in. We won this. We're gonna go hang out over there and start that war. Once we get 10, we're starting.
You're not going crazy. That is the cuckoo clock in the background.
I've tuned that out. That goes off in my house every hour from like 5 in the morning till.
Yeah, because you just kept going like nothing happened.
Yeah, oh, it's not a thing. Yeah, sorry everybody out there in radio land. I got an actual cuckoo clock in my house with a little birdie that comes out and cuckoos at me, and I totally don't even notice it anymore. So anyway,
I don't even know where
my guy was going off. What I was talking about was my attack, my big ass attack. So when I went in, the general, there was 2 air defenses that were near the middle and 2 on the outside, but they were in all 4 corners. I start on one side, do the funnel. Now that's a thing that a lot of people have come to the House of Zod. And they're like, oh, I didn't even know about the funnel. Yeah, that's the thing, it's a definitely good practice funneling your troops in, right? You got to knock off the corners so you want to put them in the middle. Don't just drop them there because they're just going to spread out. It's how to use the dragons is what it is. It's you got to funnel them in, and so we solved the AI problem with the dragons of them just going wonker. Yeah. You got to fucking knock out the shit that you don't want them to go to before you send in the bulk of them, and then you can rage them into the center. And that's what I did. Rage the dragons in, send a pig dog to get things to look at it.
To herd them.
To herd all the dragons. Well, then
it did go through
I
the dragons.
I don't do clan castle pulls. I don't do lures and kills. I don't kill the queen. I just send it. I let the drags do it. So when all those bitches...
But you're attacking Town Hall 9.
I was attacking on Town Hall 9, yeah. And he had all his stuff up. He had everything there. It was level 2, level 3 expos. So it was not hard. I mean, it was not easy. But once all those dragons got in there, and then all the CC troops and the queen were all right there shooting at my dragons, raged it and healed it right in the same spot, and they just burned all those fucking assholes. And then and then I laid all the balloons, all those 10 balloons in the back, plus the 7 more from the CC, and they all came washing in and caught up to those rages and to the heal. And then once they got past it, I double raged them, did the Mickey Mouse. The one here, and then I did one on up and on each side, and they wiped it out, got all the way through. I had a bunch of balloons and a bunch of dragons still alive, and then on the far side I put the queen and the king each in a corner, and let them start.
So how are you going to do your heroes? Because
I didn't.
So if they are becoming more and more, because look now that there's drills at lower levels, you're going to see you're going to see more Dark Elixir.
Yeah.
And I'm already seeing it with, like, in Town Hall 9s and stuff. Like, just higher, or in the tough wars, it's just higher level king and queen. So how are you going to, what's your strategy for doing
taking them out or for building them up?
Building them up. So where do they at?
King is 15, queen is 14. I had enough to do her in the middle of this contest, and I just said I'm not gonna be without her during this contest. I have to have her. I didn't need her. Like, it turned out we had enough matchups, and we did so well that my attacks wouldn't. I could have not attacked both times, and it wouldn't have. We were ahead by that much every single time. But I did not want to not be without her. So as soon as this is over, I'm going to start her. I think I need like 5,000 Dark Elixir, which I'll probably get from the win. I'm going to start her, and get her to 15. Then I'll probably after this contest, everybody's real psyched about winning. Like, maybe we'll do a push or something like that. So
we are going to
dick around, and I'm going to start doing my I want to get. I'll probably switch to my queen and get her to 20, and then get my king up to 20. Because I like the queen more, and she can do more.
You know how painful it is.
She can do more without a king than the king can do without her.
She is going right now. She's at level 17. It was 90,000 Dark Elixir to upgrade her to 18.
What? Oh, man.
And so it's becoming
hard to come by, huh?
Yeah, but I look at all these other heroes that I'm going up against, and 15s aren't that strong. Like, because people are. They're putting more importance on them, and it makes a huge difference. So my advice, Danny, if you can do your heroes. I don't know.
Well, and if you're a big war, then you don't have them. Then you're like, well, I'm a handicapped Town Hall 10. I mean, I have to hit Town Hall 9.
Before Clan Wars, it sucked not having your hero for a while, but it did not hurt like this, cripple your attacks.
Yeah.
We talked about on the last episode, the list of things I got put up in an update.
Are you talking about before Clan Wars, having your heroes out didn't hurt as much? Because before Clan Wars, you were just raiding. You wouldn't attack a town that you needed your queen if you didn't have her.
Exactly.
You just go and keep looking until you find something.
So I'm hoping from that update news that
we get to use them.
That we would get to use them during war.
That is probably one of the things I want the most.
Yeah.
Maybe not one of these ones, but it is super important. Lots of people just want it for sure, but it's also a big moneymaker for Supercell to gem your troops for war.
Yeah,
and gem your heroes. So I don't know if they'll do that because that's probably a big. You wonder if they have a logarithm and they could see how much money they make or how many gems are spent on different things.
But think about it this way:
they must, right? They must have
a lot of people are waking up the heroes.
Yeah,
I mean, because at a week, depending on how
they must be able to look and see, and then they give us the cheapest stuff.
But maybe because it only affected your farming before. That is the one thing that I would like to see the most is to have that. Well. And what they could do is update their throne and not update the hero. Why not let the heroes just be around all the time instead of having to put them down? With all your regular troops, you can still use the old ones.
Yeah.
And I have maximum archers now, by the way.
They have to... I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the handicap would be for that. Because there's got to be something.
Yeah.
Maybe they take away the fact that you can put them to sleep or wake them up. Guard or not guard. So, you're in a war, you have to make sure you have a shield so that they don't die in a defense.
That would be kind of cool.
Because they're like, oh fuck it, I got attacked, my hero's down, but I got to get this war attack in. I better jam it. Now you have to. They're still getting a couple of gems.
Yeah,
it's a bit of a handicap.
I'd rather see that.
I'd much rather go that route
than take away the sleep and guard and replace it with. But they no longer.
You would have to play more because you'd have to be managing your shield times for war. You would end up playing more. My king and queen are never awake.
That might completely change the whole town hall thing, though, because everybody all of a sudden would. Oh, it's war day. I got to throw my town hall outside so I can get a shield.
I think people do that anyway for their CCs.
Yeah, that's true.
It's already a thing.
Yeah.
Why not do it? Why not do it with the heroes?
Yeah. Well, okay. So we're about.
Here's something I wanted to bring up. I didn't bring up earlier. Was brought up online in the family chat. And it wasn't even us. It was somebody else was talking about. Maybe One Hive had some videos about it, or whatever. Having a balloon in your defensive war clan castle.
Yeah, we have a lot of people doing.
You do?
I don't in mine.
We don't have. Well, we don't have anybody in our clan. I set them up.
A lot of people do.
We go witches and whiz archers, and then it's whiz and archers, and then at the bottom it's Valk, one whiz archers. That's what we use, and it works great. However, I get
balloons are awesome.
I've heard about. I'm like, oh yeah, that's a great idea because my thing is super spread out. What my base looks like.
Yeah.
It's got a wall at the very edge. And then you have to you can go through it pretty easily, but then you have to just wander around, and then the walls I have inside kind of funnel people into where they're fucked, right?
Right.
And it works great. I only ever get starred by heavy go wipes.
Okay.
The witches don't even last. It's got to be a P.E.K.K.A. stomping around, and the golem taking all the firepower. But even then, it's never more than 1 star. It really is rare that I get 2-starred.
Okay.
Probably only been attacked 4 or 5 times in the last 20 wars, and maybe got 2-starred once. 1 star, and I held it to 0. I held it to 0 on this one. This war, the last 2 wars, I held it to.
And the outside walls are purple. But
right. That's the thing. Is I am because of the way my base is set up, I just don't even care about those walls because. It's not like they're. It's not. You only have to break 1 piece of wall.
Where are your defenses though?
They're scattered all over the place.
No, but what levels are they at? Are they maxed? Are you getting?
No. My defenses. Let's see what I've been working on. My Infernals are maxed.
Okay.
Mortars are max. Archer towers are only 11. I think they go to 13 now.
Yeah.
Cannons are only 11. I think they go to 13 now. No, 12.
12, so.
Air defenses are 7, and they go to 8.
Okay.
And what else are defenses? My expo, my third expo is 2 hours away from being level 3.
Okay.
And then they're all level 3, and that's probably where I'm going to stop.
So you're
for a
about
while.
one level away from max.
Most
things.
things. And then my Teslas are all, there's 2 of them building now, but they're both going to max.
Okay.
And the other 2 are already max. And now, since I started that last Tesla, I am going to max out all my traps, which aren't maxed out.
You know what?
My little skellies and the skeleton in the coffin, they're still, I'm like, why?
See, I knew it. And I've said this with Boaz. I said, I think people are finally getting around to upgrading their traps.
It's a thing.
I mean
watching those little
I can't
skellies run
believe
around.
you haven't done it yet.
Yeah, well,
I mean, the skeletons and stuff.
I got them up
mean,
to 2, and I'm like, oh, I got 1.5. No, I'm saving for something else. Like, I got to save up to get these expos done, or the Infernals. Like, I have to do those first.
Full of surprises.
Well,
because
I have those. All my little bombs.
I thought you would get a big enough kick out of them that you would go, look at him. I can watch him run around.
Well, you know what's great is watching them go after hog armies.
Yeah.
Because somebody will pull the CC, kill your king and queen, and and then you're like, oh, that's good. And then they send in the hogs, and then those things pop out in the middle, and they're just wandering around, cutting at their little tendons. Like, those hogs get hobbled, and the guy falls and breaks his neck, and you're like, oh, damn. Like, you're watching them just fall. Oh, heal him. It's not going to work. Because they're just running. They got to run all the way around the base, and those little skellies are just following them around, jumping over walls, following them around. Yeah. Oh, boy.
So I can't believe you haven't done that.
So the loon, anyway. So yes, I have some traps. My little bombs aren't maxed. They're still 1 away because they were maxed, and then at some update months ago, they gave us another level of the little bombs. Do you remember this?
No, I don't. You know what? But here's the thing.
Check yours because
I just maxed. I just worked all week on maxing. I was like, I'd have enough gold, but I'm saving elixir.
Yeah.
And so instead of putting it into a wall, I was like, oh, these bombs aren't done yet.
Yeah.
I'm like, I had 5 builders busy this week.
Right.
Doing
like a day at a
Archer
time.
towers.
Day at a time. Yeah.
Yeah, and so
the little bombs.
They were only like 1.5 million, but the damage, if you look at them, they don't add, a ton.
But
so
it's
I'm like,
done.
But I'm
and
like,
it's cheap.
yeah, and in
you put them
in
together.
war, you don't have to I mean, they do cost you more when they go off, and they go off all the time because wherever I put them, where they're going to do the most damage to the little troops. But
Mine do pretty good because people funnel into them.
But I mean, any little damage helps. Because it's gonna. It
takes a second off. It takes a second off that golem. Tanking you.
Yeah, I mean that anything helps. Instead of putting it into a wall, and
Right,
it's
that's not even going to get
my
touched.
walls aren't even going to I have a little bit of coverage, where I'm putting now I'm taking them to level 9, so I'm starting on the corners.
Mm-hmm.
I did the inside ring. Now I'm starting on the corners
right.
in the most vulnerable spots where the wall breakers will go, but you still have to build out from it.
Yeah.
And it's starting to get to the point where it's it's not really doing me much.
That's
better.
And you're like, man, that's for later. I got more important things to do. I got it to a point where it's either, it's good for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but here's what I've been doing, though, is when I'm doing troop upgrades, I've been really rocking it at Elixir, got my barbs maxed, and then I didn't know what I was going to do next, so I did my archers, because I was using them in the raids a lot, and then I was going to do my lightning to max. That was going to be my next. No, I was going to do my lightning. Then I changed it to archers. Now I'm going to do giants.
Yeah.
Instead of the lightning. Because I've been raiding with the giants.
And I don't use lightning anymore.
That's the thing. I use these troops and then I'm really excited about the upgrade. I'm going to upgrade the giants. I'm going to go, I don't even use the giants anymore. Well, and I hadn't been using them for a long time.
You'd be like, well, they look cooler.
Yeah. Well, and I think if I do the Velk giant army, and I can do a lot of good stuff with it, and it works out with the same amount of time it takes my spells to get done, so it's just kind of it's horrible for donating troops, though. Because if you give somebody 5 wizards, that's 8 minutes apiece on those wizards. And so So if you give away too many, then you're kind of screwed. All right, No.
Let's go back to having a loon in your CC. I did want to talk about that. That's how this whole thing started. So I put one in there. I'm like, that's a brilliant idea. And I went and I dumped. I'm like, hey guys,
especially
I want to do this because my base, I only ever get attacked by ground troops.
Okay.
Because if you send in air troops, they're going to die. It's just never going to work. But ground troops can get in, but it's still not going to work. So I wanted to have this loon in there because I figured, hey, if it gets to a golem or a P.E.K.K.A., it'll follow it around and just destroy it. That's a great idea. So I did it for this war. The guy came in with some golems and some wizards, and it was a real piss poor job that he tried. He sent him in, and then he realized, like, oh, this guy has all of his defenses and bombs and traps and everything right there. That should be pretty obvious. But he went in after it anyway. And then that balloon, but he tried to pull the CC. Like, he went in and he sent in some hogs, wasted like a full minute just drawing them over there, and killed them with like, he kept dropping 1 or 2 archers or 1 or 2 wizards, and they take out a couple, and then my guys would take them out, and then he'd do a couple more. The moron way. But then that balloon just kept coming over, all slow, and then he finally got there, and he started dropping more archers and more wizards, and that balloon was just dropping bombs. And it would kill him, and he took like an extra 20 seconds to kill that one balloon, and then send everything in. And it's funny, like, we were watching it and laughing because he's like, oh, he's going to run out of time, and they're like, no, he's going to die. All of his troops are going to die before the 3 minutes is up because it's just crap.
I wish we had
it was just a crap attack.
The scout day,
but I'm really liking that loon in the CC, and I'm going to do that a little more. Another good.
I know there's people in our clan doing it.
Another good CC was our top guy, Funky Mab.
No. Oh yeah, he was over in.
Anyway,
Funky Bam was.
Funky Bam, his little guy.
Yeah. See, here's
what do you got?
Sasquatch has a balloon.
Well, witch, a whiz, a balloon, and then 7 archers and 2 barbs. Right, it's a mix. It's good.
Yeah.
He went up against one of the number 1s or number 2s in a war a couple wars back.
Turtle.
And the guy had...
He's got a balloon, a Valk, a witch.
Okay. The guy had 35 archers in his clan castle.
Lightning.
Yeah, well, you know how long it takes to get all 35 to come out? He was like, he went in and he was like, oh, fuck, like, this totally fucks my thing because I can't wait. I can't pull and lure and kill. It's going to take 2 full minutes to get that done. So he just kind of dumped it in and raged and kind of massacred, and I think he got 2 out of 3 instead of the 3 that he was hoping for and planning on, and it should have been that way. 35 archers, and we're like, that's a pretty good thing. Like, I think we're going to do that next time. We actually talked about it, and then we didn't do it for this war.
Yeah.
I was going to send our top guys
But that would suck against air armies.
Yeah.
Because especially like...
Well, what air army?
If there's balloons, yeah. Because they'll keep coming at them, and then they pretty much just start dropping right on top of them.
Archers do not shoot straight up. Archers shoot at an angle.
But you never see them back up.
No, that's true. But they're not gonna. They're gonna start shooting, and they're gonna.
Then what are they gonna do? Freeze while the balloon comes over top of them?
No, they're gonna shoot. They're gonna get your balloons until the balloons start dying and falling on them.
Yeah.
Or they're standing next to a defense that explodes. Right.
Right.
That's not always the case. That's not always going to happen, especially if you got a little bit of space in the middle. You got a little bit opened up a little. If I see
all archers in the clan castle, that's like, ooh.
I like using the balloon as a clan castle kill. You lure them over, and if you can lure them into one spot, like with a giant, they'll all come right to it. And then you send in a balloon, and it'll just fall right on them and explode.
Yeah,
that's cool when it works, but it doesn't always work because they might be spread out, and then you're fucked. Then you're wasting time.
I watched somebody today as the witches are walking out. This drops a wizard right behind the witch and just pounds her in the back. And I love that. And even when you're drawing
she's
them
walking up like sending her little dudes after the barb that's over here hitting them builder on. Hey,
and it's
hey bitch,
powerful.
Burn your ass.
And then somebody else did that in the clan where they didn't draw them out far enough. But if you can keep them moving and
Yeah.
keep even if it's archers. And as they're on the move, then drop the barbs right behind. It's like just bitch slap,
Yeah, they're clubbing them in the back of the head
Yeah.
and just move to the next one.
All right, we need to get to some of the troops.
What else do we got to talk about?
Well, we'll talk about that on the next episode.
Okay. Next episode.
Okay.
Depends on when we win this contest, because what time is it? Oh, my alarm's going to go off in a minute. We're going to probably have to just switch to how awesome Zod is right now, and then we'll do this whole thing next episode.
Well, no, let's do some on this.
All right, go
then
for
we'll do. Okay, so we have been doing the troop contest. Now, here, let's do a recap of the ones that are still in the running, and then we'll do some of the new ones, because the clan we warred against this week, Oregon, really cool guys. We were messaging back and forth, and one of them started listening to the podcast and turned in a troop idea too. So, as a side note, so here are the ones that are still in the running. Okay.
I've seen some pictures for some cool stuff online. Like, people are like, "Oh, I like that idea. Look at this thing," and I'm like, "Oh, that's that. Where did you find that?" Like a chipmunk with a fucking crossbow. Like, where do you find a picture like that? You just Google image that shit?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's like you went. Yeah. Okay, so here.
Oh, hold on. Let me just do something here.
What is
That was my alarm that Siri set up earlier in the episode.
Yes.
So let me just check my thing here. 5 minutes left. Short break. And we're back. And I 3-starred that motherfucker, and I got us a win. Not that I got us a win. Everybody inside got us the win. Because we won 98-57. Fuck those guys. Nightmare? I don't think so. That was the name of the clan, Nightmare. Bunch of jerk-offs. So that wins us 10 in a row, and that wins us the contest. I think a big up to Zod is in order. I think I'm going to have to shout out my clan.
okay?
Clan House of Zod. I think everybody knows that. The home of ClashLensPodcast.com. We're keeping it clashy for all the clans in the stands. That includes the House of L, Kent Farmhouse, Phantom Zone,
House of Non.
House of Non. Fortress of Solitude, is that a thing anymore? Or that's somebody else's
Phantom
thing?
Zone.
Phantom Zone.
Ken Farmhouse.
Kent Farmhouse, yeah, I said them all. And the House of Non, which is the newest one. Also the Belle Reeve, which was started by Vadleg as another war, because House of Non filled up immediately. So he started another, like, kind of a non-warring clan. Belle Reeve is the meta-human prison from the whole DC Kryptonian family. Superman keeps fighting people.
What is it? What's the name?
It's like
No, what's it called?
Belle Reeve. It's 2 words.
Okay.
Belle. Second is Reve.
Okay.
And it's...
Because, I mean, I wouldn't know how to spell it. Oh, I'm going to go look for that clan.
Well, I guess I don't really want people to just go jumping in there. Oh, I heard it. Well, I guess if they say they heard it on the podcast, go for it. He'd be happy to have you. I don't think they're warring. He's just a place. It was a place that he started just to dump his mini because Non was full, and he's like, he wanted to, stay with the. He wanted to stay with the whole Kryptonian thing.
Here's a request to get into the clan. TH Walls or TH8 Walls level 7.
That's reject. Yeah, some of those are funny. Hey, I'm a dumbass. Yeah, what's funny is you look at it, like, look at his troops. No.
Okay, so shout out quick.
Shout out to everybody. Let's shout out to my elders. We got Funky Mab. I got Egle, one of my co-leaders, rocks it. One of the top guys. Risha, Australian co-leader, rocks it. Tickle that is an elder. He's not around on the elder chat. He's not around on the chat that much. I don't know if he's going to be elder forever. Still want him around. Still solid attacker. Just doesn't, elders for people that chit chat and help. Enrico Palazzo missed a couple of wars because he got a new job. He's been working late, and he's been around. He's a great helper, co-leader. Town Hall 9, I think. Help, all around stand up. Namcor always coming in late with 2 attacks, late, but always cleaning up. Proc, he's an elder.
He came over and
some of these guys have been around.
Proc?
Proc with a P.
Proc, okay.
I got a couple of new guys that came over from we got Brock 98. Now he is a different Brock, without a K. And some of these guys have coming over from the One Hive and the Hulks and seeing the things and the True Sons and the other, all the other clans that are all now we're all friends and stuff. Rambo Lamb, elder, always rocking it, top guy. You see him on the line with the lamb and a fucking cannon on the side, which is weird. Harry, been around for a little while, doing good. Ethan, Eat My Dust. Tasty's doing all right. Funky Bam, well, that's Funky Mab's little. Oh, player one. He sucks. Captain Crazy Nuts has been around since the beginning, but he's like a Town Hall 8, and he just really doesn't move up a lot, but he's been around since forever. Likes to attack early. Usually, yeah, he does pretty good. Trent a lot. Trent's been rocking it for a long time. Miz is back. Mizu. Luke Swag Walker. Shout out to Luke. He was a new kid. He's young. And asked a lot of questions, maybe too many questions. But then he's like, how do I do this? Got his dragons up, got his zaps, got his lightnings up. I can count him for 6 stars on any Town Hall 7. Like, hey, Luke, hurry up, you go first. Knock out the bottom 2 or somewhere in there. This time he went for the top Town Hall 7 right away because he knew he could do it. Solid kid, solid player down at Town Hall 7. Peanuts, he's elder, but he's somebody's second. Jordell.
Yeah, you mentioned him.
Yeah, he was the guy that had the no wall, taco base, and now he's has all the walls up to purple, but they're spread out in it's a weird base. It didn't make it into. Oh, it did make it into this war. It was one of the bottom ones. He does great. And that's about it for people that for the shout out. That's not everybody in the clan, but that's all the people that have been around for a long time and are really helping out and doing some things. So guess what? How's that? We win this shit. Boom! You're awesome.
Rock on, house was
Yeah, rock on. Now you guys.
Yeah, and I came over during it. I didn't. This was when Xace came over.
Oh yeah. And I'm like, no, we're not having him in a war.
But I didn't. But I didn't realize that the contest was going on.
Yeah, that was right.
That's when I found out.
Yeah, this contest has been going on for a month. Well, for Scotty, 3 weeks.
No, I knew it. Okay. Anyway, so let's troop ideas. We've got about 15 minutes. Let's
troop ideas.
Let's recap.
For 15 minutes, and then we'll start over in the next episode.
Yeah, probably. Okay, so still in the running.
Okay, running.
According to the end of the last episode, I re-listened. Okay, the Centaur.
Centaur, what's he do?
He rides around the perimeter of a base. You check it against your facts.
Okay, I got my. See, you got a bunch of printouts. I got a yellow.
Because you were giving me shit about.
I got a yellow. I got a yellow pad here with a lot of scribbling.
Yeah. Okay.
Centaur
rides around the perimeter of the base.
He's got to get through 2 spots in the wall.
Yep. Killing outside buildings.
Is he ranged? Seems like he should be, because centaurs have. No, because he rides around. So he shouldn't be ranged.
No,
centaurs have bow and arrows. That's the thing.
Okay.
I mean, mythology-wise, like that's the thing.
Okay, so rides around the perimeter.
But it doesn't have to be. I'm just asking because it seems like it should.
Rides around the perimeter of the base, killing outside buildings. Cannot jump over walls. Requires opening in walls 2 tiles wide to pass.
Right.
I like that concept.
Won't attack walls if there's something outside of a wall.
You have to.
I like that. So again, we got to recap that. We're talking about ideas for troop. Not necessarily. It doesn't necessarily have to be a centaur skin. The troop idea is it's something that
in this contest it has to be.
Well, that's part of it, but
how we're measuring it.
What we're measuring, what I'm measuring on is what the troop does.
Yeah,
this troop hits things that are outside of the walls. It won't attack a wall until everything outside of the wall is dead.
And if you could see Boneyard's face right now, he's.
I'm very animated.
He's saying this as this troop is getting put into the game, and that's absolutely not the case. This is your guys' ideas for what troops, I mean, you look like you're about to see.
No, I already have the call to Supercell set up.
Yeah.
After we're done, I got to tell them what we picked out, because we're gonna fucking see these easily.
So now, do you have the shaman on your list?
Shaman. I actually have it crossed out. He was the Inferno targeter.
Yeah, you had it crossed out.
I have it crossed out because it's not a new troop. It's just a troop that targets something new.
Yeah, I like that though.
But I mean, I would like a troop that targets cannons. I would like a troop that targets archer towers.
Okay, so
Inferno towers is probably the best thing, or maybe expos.
All right. Well, that was
That's the thing. No, yeah, that was Vadlegs. Yeah.
So, all right. Well,
Botox had the centaur, right?
You wanted that tossed out.
What?
The
shaman, yeah, because it's not a new kind of troop that does something new. It just targets something.
The Hydra,
I love it. That's in. It's in the running.
You're like, yeah, okay.
It's gonna be hard pressed for me to vote against that in the final.
Maybe we won't vote.
Maybe we won't vote.
Maybe we'll pick like the top 5 and let other people decide.
No, this has been going on too long. We gotta wrap this up. So, Hydra.
Okay, so the Hydra.
Centaur, Hydra.
Then there is the catapult.
It's in.
And also and that's from Silent Victory. Ryan 1994, the battering ram.
Put that in. That's over the catapult. For
Okay.
sure.
The assassin that targets
Troop
heroes.
that targets heroes.
Yes.
Well, there was more to it, right, than just he targets heroes. He had some sort of thing going on.
Let's see. Here goes. Here's the kicker. His daggers are dark poison that gives residual damage even after the assassin dies. Pros, you can
Right. Put it in.
Yeah.
It's a troop. It's got more to it than
His main
just...
event is ability to climb walls.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Right.
So he's
Ninja.
yeah.
Ninja assassin.
You can kind of see him.
Snassin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The Electro Worm stuns defenses until the target is destroyed. I think Lady Boneyard won. I like this. We walked through it and we kind of figured it out, but I don't.
This is the one we talked about in episode 75.
No.
A and B. Nobody turned into episode A except for the three of us because we were here when
No,
it
it's
did
all
it.
out. But yeah, but
Not episode 75A.
We just talked about the ones. So this was the stuns the defense till the target's destroyed. Not a lot, somewhat comparable. You know what? I like that. I like this, but I don't think that.
I can already think of a couple in this list that beats it.
All right.
I like the underground. We haven't come up with
we've
a perfectly awesome. Oh, the worm is a thing. The dune worm, the electric worm.
So there is the bestial angel.
Oh.
The dark troop opposite of the healer fairy, except instead of splash healing troops, it splash rages troops. And
right. Okay, that stays in.
that stays in.
The Drangel, the rage,
Because the
rage
concept of what it is
awesome.
Awesome.
The splash rage.
yeah, like it's cool.
The traveling.
It does something completely opposite.
The
of
traveling
its-
spell is something that was great with the.
That makes sense if they put that in.
Well,
the
they
game.
do have that. It's called the Iron Fist.
Yeah, but if they actually put that into the game, it would fit within the mythology.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Okay. And then I have one that I don't think made the cut, but I've thought about it a lot that I want to
Okay.
bring back in. And we talked about it on the Daddy interview. The zombies.
Okay, it's because we reversed it and said, "What if it's in the clan castle?" And it comes out and it bites the attacking army, and then that army turns on everybody. That's the part that made it much more interesting. We didn't talk about that part the very first time. We talked about, it's going to go in and it's going to bite the CC troops that come out.
Yeah.
No, it's a CC troop, and you send it out, and it'll bite and kill the attacking army. And that was what makes
you
it
could
much
reverse.
cooler. Yeah, it really flushes that out.
So it's a troop. So these troops would be used to attack like bigger barbs, but their real use would be for luring enemy CCs. If they killed an enemy troop, they would turn it into a zombie and attack with your army.
Right, he's talking about how that's why we talked about that first, because he gave the example of.
And Daddy had said like the necromancer maybe it was from a different game, like it was where it changes your troops. But it'd be cool to I think. I don't know if zombie would fit with the theme, but I think that
Clash's Armies is a thing. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got those are those. Now we're probably only going to get to a couple new ones.
Well, maybe we should just cut it. What are we at?
No, we got a few minutes. Let's just do a
How
couple
about I
more.
tell a story about Valentine's Day, and then we'll come back with the new ones that we got from before, or the old ones.
Well, let's start
ones.
the next one with your Valentine's Day story.
Okay.
Just so we get a few of these in. We have to.
All right.
Okay.
Get to them. Now here's what we're doing.
Page 1.
No. Keep that stack out. This is the stack that is stuff that's good, and put it right there. And we're going to weigh each new one against that stack. If it can beat any of those, we'll put it in.
Okay.
But if any of those beat it, it's out.
You know what? That makes sense. Instead of going, moving on to the next round.
Yeah.
No, this is sudden death.
We have a round.
We're going into sudden death.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Dragon Rider. Direct those dumb dragons toward the defenses. Once your beast is shot down from the sky, the rider continues the fight by hammering away from the ground.
Out.
I think it's good.
I like Dragon Riders, but it seems like it would already be like the Hog Rider. It would be its own troop. You know, it wouldn't be
Yeah.
like you added onto a dragon. Anything that you got to do that, like where you have to like. It's a cool thing, like
Right.
But the dragon dies, it explodes. That guy doesn't fall to the ground and live.
Okay, all right. Here's the next one. And I don't know if this was from something, if this was a resubmission, but there was another troop name this or idea: the succubus, or maybe the vixen. Dark troop, probably around 10 to 20 space, starting about 150-ish dark elixir.
Sure.
She has damage equivalent to the witch and does an area effect on enemy troops. She targets the closest male troops and does an area effect mesmerize, something like a freeze, once in range, around 10 spaces. The catch is she gives a light enrage to any female troops in that range as well. The troop would be a way to distract a barb king. Oh, okay. Or wizards coming out of the CC. But if the queen, witches, archers get in the range, they enrage. So it's dumbing.
I like the idea of the succubus is what he's doing, the siren song, and he's boosting females, he's hitting the males. It's a cool idea. Sexist. Supercell will never do it, and it doesn't seem like it should be a troop for everybody.
But it's mythical. I mean, that's not that sexist.
But, well, just because it's mythical, it's not sexist. That doesn't work at all,
Well,
man.
okay, but the
Just
point
because
of
it's
it
old, it doesn't mean it's not.
it's
That's
not-
exactly why it is.
it's
'cause
not.
been
He's
around.
not sexist. I mean, he's following the mythology.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, no, yeah, right. No, but I'm saying the troop itself.
Yeah, but it would only
Just-
work with the
I'm not even talking about-
CCs. So if you went into battle with it and there was nothing in the CC, then
It's useless.
Yeah.
You put it in the CC and it comes out and it attacks. I mean, it'll turn some of your army on against some of the others. It's not doing anything to your. I mean, maybe
If it worked on the clappers and the villains.
they came out and did some shit.
So that's
That's got to be out.
okay, but it's good, kind of cool. Could be used as like a spell.
I like the fact that it to differentiate between the male and the female troops because there are male and female troops,
Yeah.
and it's a pretty good split too. Some of them are just monsters, and it's male and female kind of down the line.
Not really. There's the archer, the
Witch,
witch,
Fairy.
the fairy, not the fairy, the healer.
the healer.
And I always think of dragons as women.
I guess we always do name them bitches. The Pekkas are girls. Pekkas are female.
Are we sure?
Yeah, it says it in the thing every time you load up
Okay.
because it doesn't. The
All right.
spring traps aren't big enough to shoot her in
Okay,
the air.
so we've got 5,
Yeah, okay, 5. So the other
right? Pekka,
Oh, Vel,
Velk, witch,
Archer,
archer,
Dragon, Fairy,
and healer.
Healer. 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so Barb, Wizard.
One is an ugly skeleton. Well, okay, wait. That doesn't count.
Barb,
All right.
Wizard.
Barb,
Barb, Giant, Wizard.
Gob, bomber,
The Gob.
giant, wizard.
No, the bombers are skeletons. They're not male or female.
Well, what's a witch?
She's wearing clothes. In the commercial, she has a female
The
voice.
guy's wearing a hat. The bombers
No,
are wearing
she's
a
wearing a
hat.
dress, and she
Okay.
speaks in a female voice
Right.
in the commercial. It's a girl. It's a witch.
See,
if it was a dude, it'd be a warlock.
It would be wearing a hat.
No, not would
Yeah.
be wearing a hat. It would be, no. It's just a skeleton. It doesn't. One of them was named Larry, but they're not all named Larry.
Okay, let's. All right, but
Anyway,
and then okay, so dragons asexual.
right. Those are monsters. Hog riders, I guess. Golems are also asexual.
No,
Yeah,
no,
they're monsters made out of clay. They're not male or female. They don't
No,
have
they're
dicks.
male.
No, they're just rocks. They're rock monsters. How do rock monsters reproduce? They don't fuck. They don't have.
they rock and roll.
All right.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway,
Slide.
this is the
So,
segment
anyway,
on
it's pretty-
gender
it's pretty-
theories.
it's pretty even.
Gender theories of super.
So it's pretty even. But then if you
Well, no,
yeah,
I don't think so. Hog rider,
yeah.
minion,
Minions they're asexual, dude. They're monsters. They don't
Pig
get to
dog?
be male or female. Also, actually, Pig Dog's probably a girl. Yeah, she gives birth to 12 little bastards.
Oh, yeah,
That's
pups.
the golem too, right?
yeah,
He splits in half.
yeah.
I
Well,
just, I guess I just said he splits in half.
yeah. He see, you think of him as a boy.
Yeah. And the balloons, yeah, they're
skeleton guys.
skeleton people, dude.
Yeah.
Skeleton people.
Persons.
All right, keep going.
All right.
What do we got?
Okay, so okay. I thought of this idea while I listened to you talk about the dark prince that would send out energy waves. Okay, how about an alchemist? The alchemist would be housed in the spell factory, not really taking up a space, but kind of how the king and queen walk around their platforms. Okay, so it's another hero. Basically, you would sacrifice a spell by giving it to the alchemist, and then that hero, like the dark prince that was mentioned before, would use that spell for a smaller radius and shorter duration, but it can be recharged when the hero takes out so many buildings over a certain amount of time. It would have the same hit points as the queen, probably.
And he's talking about that as an offensive troop that takes a spell is an offensive hero that takes a spell into battle, right? It's not really flushed out all the way.
It isn't.
I'm going to just say
It can
that
be a
from now on.
recharge.
I'm probably going to keep saying flushed out instead of fleshed out until somebody corrects me, and then I'm going to tell this story about when you were doing it.
I
and
didn't notice you even.
And me and of course you did, and then me and everybody else did though, because I got a thing online. It was a link to the difference between fleshed out and fleshed out. I was like, Boneyard, I was already been here. And I'm like, that's hilarious, Scotty.
Okay,
Right.
Let's do two more because
Okay.
I think you'll like the next one.
All right.
Okay.
What
So
did we do with the last one? What was the last one?
that was the alchemist.
Yeah,
Just not fleshed out.
Yeah. Well, it's a hero, kind of. It's not a troop.
Okay. Hey guys, Scott here from Clan Wiz Leghounds. I should probably say people's names. Okay.
Well, now the guy doesn't want to even. Don't
Okay,
call
the
my name, 'cause I have a
alchemist
terrible
was
idea.
from Cap Master from Terminus Buffet. The
The succubus
John.
we talked about forever.
succubus was from John.
Yeah, we got that. Everybody else is in.
Dragon Rider. No, these are from the people. This is from Crook. Okay. These
All
are
right. All right.
okay.
All right.
So this is from Scott. All right. Hey guys, Scott here from Class Wiz Leghounds. Really enjoyed the show. Listen all the time. My troop idea would be for a new hero, the Minotaur. Thinking it would use
We
an
didn't
axe.
talk about the Minotaur, right?
No, it's a different Minotaur.
Huh.
A Minotaur or whatever.
A Minotaur.
Acts like the Valk. Only he would.
You ever see
Only
that movie?
he would
You
have.
ever see that movie?
have
Role
the
Model.
What?
The Role Model is the name of the movie. It's got Paul Rudd.
Yeah,
and,
that's an awesome movie.
It is a hilarious movie. And then,
They could do role-playing
When the
camp.
end, they go to the big battle, and they show up in like the. It's not a Red Bull truck. It's a Minotaur. Is the name?
They
of the
go to a
drink.
fantasy camp
Yeah,
where they're
yeah,
like
they're LARPing. You know,
they're LARPing.
and
Yeah.
and the thing
Live
this
action
thing rolls up, and the
role-playing.
one dude is like, "Oh my god, a miniature!"
There's a great documentary about I can't remember the name of it, but they showed like the actual like
fireball.
LARPing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool, dude. I don't know,
Whatever
right?
wizard, 15 hit point. I'm going. I wouldn't be doing this math. Like
Well,
it's just like it's like
Yeah.
real life Clash of Clans.
Well, it's real life Dungeons and Dragons is what it is.
Right.
That's what it is, magic and stuff.
But-
We've been
which
making
is
a lot
cool.
of armor and stuff like that. You know, like you would wear those things. We've been doing a lot of that. Haven't done it much lately. We've all been pretty busy, but we're working on our second movie. If you didn't know out there, I'm pretty sure I put this on the beginning episodes. Check out the trailer is
Yeah.
online for our movie. Me and my buddies made a zombie movie.
You know, if you want to see what Boneyard looks like, you have to
oh
go.
yeah, I guess so.
Everybody's wondering what you look like.
Yeah, I guess I've already put it out there. You know what? You got to delve into the back episodes and figure it out. My zombie movie. If you guys can find it, you guys will know what I look like. Yeah, that's
Northwood
funny.
Zombie Apocalypse.
The now you got to tell them, but I want them to go and find it. The Northwoods. It's called Bite Me. The Northwood Zombie Apocalypse. So if you search
Northwood or Northwoods?
Northwoods,
Okay, with apostrophe.
Bite Me, the Northwoods Zombie Apocalypse.
Okay.
If you Google search all those initials, you just might find something pretty fucking awesome. But now we're making a new movie, The Ginger King.
Yeah.
Which is more of a Conan style swords and sorcery, and it's badass. And we've been working on some costumes. We've been
Cool.
making foam.
All right.
Shit. And
So this
It looks pretty
Minotaur, you use an axe like the Velk, only you'd have the ability to jump walls. Maybe only lower level walls, not to make him too overpowering. His favorite target would be Inferno Towers, but would also attack other defenses. Also, you'd only be able to use 2 heroes per battle. I also like the idea it needs to be unlocked somehow to keep the gemmers frustrated. Just an idea. Feel free to twist and taint this idea as needed. Keep it clashy, Scott. It's a hero.
Right, it makes the dump pile, but
Yeah.
there's some good aspects.
Yeah.
We have to make everybody
I wish, if we had more time, we'd get
I wish
into it.
we had. We could make everybody reapply
So this
to a
one-
hero contest.
Okay. Now, this is okay. This is King Scargler. I've emailed you all several times about different things. Yes, I have blessed you with an actual message from me. And Boneyard said he thinks I am a gynecomastia or bitch tits on a man.
I think I have gynocostua or bitch tits on a man. Why? What?
I don't know.
Maybe I said he's got.
But then
bitch
there's
tits.
a little box. Yeah.
The box is probably
Somebody-
an emoji that didn't print.
Yeah. My troop idea is a mystic. Its major power is it can hypnotize troops and make them switch teams. I am King Scargler, Lord Leader of the War Guinea Pigs. I'll shudder in my presence.
well,
Thank
bitch-
you, King Scargler.
Well, bitch tits. I gotta say that is the zombie. Did the zombie make the save pile?
Yeah.
Then that has to go in the. He got it already with the zombie. Mystic is a better skin for it,
Yeah.
but it's and Mystic is it ranged? Does he say?
Hypnotize troops, no.
And then it would have to be. Oh, you know what? You know what? I want to take Mystic and put it in and take zombie out. Hypnotize means it's going to take a little while. You know what zombie was.
You know what? Let's put it in the pile.
Let's put it in the pile. We're going to debate those two.
Okay. Yeah.
Before we'll debate those two before we go to the rest of them to find out which one it is,
Okay.
because they're the same kind of troop, but I like the.
Well,
different
let's wrap it up
aspects.
here,
All right.
and we'll get in the next one. You can tell about Valentine's Day, and I got to check in on the war quick. So,
Right.
okay.
Hey, big up to Zod. Won the contest.
Big up.
Won the war. Everybody rocks.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, and thanks to Brock who came over and a couple
Oh, you
other
know what?
people from L.
You know what? I probably
Came over to
didn't
L.
shout out several people that had left to go to the Zod After Dark for. Sorry, I just went down the list. I think Brock, I actually didn't shout him out because he was. I shouted out the other Brock. There were a couple more people, and I should have went down the chat. So sorry, gang. The people that Randall, maybe who else left? I don't know. Jay Weezy. I didn't say him. He rocks. He actually gave me the
Okay.
first. He put in the first
But-
the water troop.
yeah.
But water, there's no water in war, so all those troops are right out. That whole
All right.
thing
Well,
bites my balls.
get a hold of us at WBSMT Radio on Twitter, clashclanspodcast@gmail.com, or clashclanspodcast.com. You can find all of that there.
Yeah.
And 42427-CLASH.
Give me a call.
Okay. Keep it clashing.
Yeah, keep it classy, y'all.
Skilly beep 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 skilly beep.